Christmas with the Campbells is filled with innuendo to the point where it's definitely not a family Christmas movie. But it could be something good for the adults to watch or listen to as they get ready for things or when they're cleaning up. So to summarize the film, Jessie and Sean have been together long enough that it's pretty much expected for her to go to Sean's family's home and catch him out Idaho for any holiday. Especially since Jessie's mom is dead and her father got remarried and pretty much seems to not be very interested in spending the holidays with her. But one of the things that kind of complicate Jessie's relationship with Sean is that he's very ambitious when it comes to getting money. And when it comes to Jessie, she wants to be a photographer, but more so because of the creativity and her enjoyment out of it, rather than because it's a lucrative career options. So he decides to have a check-in moment with her and ask what does she see the future as, and with her talking about kids with an S and a pet, he realizes they're on different paths, and with that he breaks up with her. Now, he may break up with her, but when it comes to Liz and Robert, Sean's parents, they don't, so they invite her over for Christmas anyway. And this is a little bit scandalous to certain people, but what especially makes it scandalous is that when Sean's cousin David shows up, he becomes everything that Jessie wanted out of Sean and more. But what complicates the potential of her making kind of a dirty transition from one cousin to the other is that a woman named Becky shows up who seems to be the village bicycle, and between her noting her past relationship with David and also what she had going on with Sean, it isn't clear that between getting back with Sean or maybe getting with David, if either one is an option, or if Jessie may end up just going home alone when it comes to after everything happens at Christmas. So in terms of highlights, if you're someone who likes dirty jokes, Midwestern shade and innuendo, Christmas with the Campbells is gonna make you laugh. Now, if you've seen the trailer, pretty much that gives you a good idea of the kind of humor here, but just to be clear, when it comes to an outlandish type of comedy involved, it doesn't do Melissa McCarthy kind of physical comedy. It's pretty much what everybody says to each other. Be it Liz noting to Robert what she wants to do in order to stay on their sex calendar, or all the different ways Becky talks to David or Sean about things that pretty much deal with baked goods, and let's just say the woman is not very subtle, even though she may think that she is being subtle. But even aside from them, Miss Cruikshank, in the way that she talks about David, Jessie, or even Sean in a way, because Sean, slighted her daughter, is so hilarious. So even if the more sexual stuff is not your bag, you're gonna get some type of comedy. One of these characters are gonna get you to laugh one way or the other. But with that said, the on the fence topic is, if this is not your kind of comedy in terms of shady old ladies or very sexually charged dialogue, there's not much else to offer you with this movie. None of the characters are necessarily notable outside of the dirty things they say. Jessie is a signature Brittany Snow character who's very nice and innocent and all, but also kind of bland. And someone who's definitely, as much as Snow might be the lead, she has the presence of a supporting character and it's pretty much reactionary. And then outside of her, if you strip the comedy element away, that makes Sean just into an ass. It makes you think that Liz and Robert are kind of that begging for a laugh old couple who do dirty things or weird things for a laugh. And it doesn't get better as you talk about other people. Also, if you're thinking this is perhaps like a Christmas movie, and that could be something you can latch on to, as said early on, this is a Christmas movie for adults, and like a lot of Christmas movies, Christmas is kind of in the background. Yes, you can see them get ready for the lights and everything, but pretty much Christmas is an excuse for the family to come back together and for things to happen. It's not for the sake of, trying to really explore what Christmas means to people in this family. Because overall, what Christmas with the Campbells is trying to give you is characters who are developed enough in order to get the laughs going, not to create these well-developed characters with this grade A story that is going to be something that's iconic and memorable for all years' time. That's a lofty goal, and it doesn't even try to reach that. It just wants to make you laugh and then leave the film happy.